My experience learning Korean at Emory and being a Korean minor specifically has been an incredibly positive one in taking Korean language courses and Korean history courses. Not only broadened my overall knowledge, but also helped to prepare me for my study abroad semester at Yonsei University in Seoul, which was an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience. And so when I came back from Seoul, I really wanted to figure out areas that I could go to around Georgia and also events that I could go to at school that could help me continue gaining knowledge about Korean culture and, eating those dishes that I really loved in Korea. And I found that not only does Emory offer a lot of events where you can learn more about Korean culture and go to and meet a lot of people, there's a lot to do around, specifically Duluth, Georgia, that helps you to interact with Korean people and Korean culture, and I found that that's what I tend to do every weekend. One of the biggest reasons I decided to come to Emory was because I really wanted to learn Korean and do study abroad in Korea. And one of the biggest reasons that interest was sparked because I liked Korean shows, but also because I grew up in Los Angeles, really close to Koreatown, and I always, with my older sisters, would always go to Koreatown and eat Korean food and just try to get my way around. But it was a little bit more difficult because I didn't know the language, and it is a predominantly Korean-speaking area in LA, and so now knowing the language and knowing more about the culture, it's really easy for me to get around Koreatown, and I have my favorite places that I like to go. And even more than that, when I get back home, because I'm a senior and I'm moving back home, I plan on moving to Koreatown, having my own place in Koreatown, and knowing the language is something that's really important when you are in that area. And also I think that knowing Korean, it does look really impressive on your resume, and it's definitely a conversation starter because people want to know more. So when I get home, I definitely plan on taking more Korean courses because I want to be able to maintain what I have already learned, as well as achieve a higher proficiency in Korean. My advice to students who are interested in studying and considering learning more about Korean is to just do it. If you don't really know about it, you can go to one of the school events and learn more about it, and that could be what sparks your interest in, oh, I want to learn more about this language and I want to learn more about this culture. And the Korean teachers in the Korean department here are 100% on your side. They want you to do well. They want you to learn the language and know the culture. And when you have teachers who actually support you in what you want to do, it makes learning so much easier and a much more enjoyable process. And so to any student who's interested, do it. It's a no-brainer to me. Being a Korean minor and living in Seoul taught me that it's really important to understand that people are people. And regardless of where you come from, what background you have, regardless of all your differences, people are people, and just having that fundamental understanding makes me a much more open person, and it makes me more willing to talk to people about difficult difficult topics or difficult ideas, and that's something that I learned while living in Seoul and while being fully immersed and engaged in a totally different culture. And I think it's incredibly important for today's society, and it's an invaluable lesson that I've learned myself. As a senior, and because I'm graduating really soon, I think I wish that I had started studying Korean earlier. And that's something that I think I will regret, but not for that long because I do plan on continuing my learning. But truly, I really have enjoyed my experience learning Korean and the culture.